You know the show is gonna be good when I start off with a sigh.
Scary hours.
Scary hours. Scary hours.
I'm trying to even muster up a wee bike, but it's so.
Well, somebody's bike.
You know what I mean?
It ain't
Joe?
y'all.
It ain't y'all. Shut the fuck up, pussy.
Scary hours.
Hey man, I watched it earlier this week, Joe.
I need to watch that.
It don't got shit on this.
I need to watch that.
It's good though. It's actually it was like scarily good. I didn't think it would be that good.
You know, I seen that other scary movie recently, Hereditary.
Yeah,
It was kind of it was interesting. It was I scared? Not exactly, but everybody else in the show was scared. But you know, I'm a G.
I'm a hoe. I'm gonna be real. When it comes to horror movies, if I go see it with a lady, I'm the one grabbing her arm. G, hey Joe.
Woo.
Bitch, get out the room.
Baby, don't
Bitch,
go.
get out the room. Yeah, especially with it, Joe. It was fucking me up a little bit, Joe.
So,
Oh God.
yeah, let's. You know, I'm gonna start with these intros myself. I'm gonna start with myself. Dion, what's going on with you? You know, just got back from Nashville for a wedding.
Nice.
You know,
Nice.
me and P, my guy Lamar, he got married. Congrats to him. You know, the
Shout out
crown,
to Lamar.
the Crown Royal Mile from SIU got back together for a limited appearance. And yes, while the best men were doing that toast, they shouted out the Crown Royal Mob.
Yes.
my God.
Yes, they did.
Yes. The wedding was complete with a Hennessy fountain.
You.
A Hennessy fountain.
Oh my God. And in this Hennessy fountain.
Look.
Y'all, he will not let this Hennessy fountain.
I shall not. I will not. I won't stop.
True indeed.
I found true love at the Hennessy
You
fountain.
forgot one. I shan't.
I shan't.
I
I shan't. I shan't. I can't.
Yeah, man. Hennessy fountain, man, hard. So you know, yeah, man, we had a good time. Nashville kind of surprised me. It looked real good to me as a city. Look nice looking place. I'm gonna have to go back and explore, see what's going on. Yeah, man, it was just a good time.
I was cute as fuck in my suit. Dion looked like a cocaine dealer in these new white shades. You know, it's a lot of stuff. You know, it's been hard dealing with Dion this weekend.
Oh my God.
he's at the pinnacle of his asshole powers when certain events happen.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that momentarily.
We'll get into that. But I mean, the glasses. Honestly, here's the thing. I ordered those glasses when they came. I looked at them. I said, I can't never wear these. It's been a few times I had them on my face before I went out, and I said, nah, fuck this shit. I can't wear these outside. But something told me. I said, if I pack these for this wedding, if I just pack these glasses, something magical's gonna happen.
Look, this fool put them glasses on and hopped out. I got so instantly heated. I knew what type of night it was going to be. But that's fine.
Yeah, I think the glasses help. You know,
We were, me and Dion, the toot our own horn. We were the most valuable attendees to this wedding
valuable,
outside
most
of the
valuable.
wedding party.
outside.
Outside.
Listen, and then I feel like the glasses gave me power. I booked a regular hotel room. Next thing I know, they said I went in, checked in, and I checked in early. And when you check in early all the time, they don't necessarily have the best room. And they was like, she's like, Mr. Davis, we have a room on the 19th floor, a corner king. I was like,
Corner King.
corner king. And I just opened up. I went in there, the room was open, just looking at the city. I said, okay.
Dion room was extra sexy.
So I was like, all
I
right.
must admit.
The bathroom was plush.
My bathtub lift up. My wall do a 360. We got the shit that the government got. That was his room.
Yeah. So yeah, man. It was dope. And I will say this: the food was excellent. Like, wasn't that food good?
Look, I've been to a lot of y'all weddings.
Yeah, I've been to a lot of weddings.
And top 5 food. Clearly, top 5 food.
Yeah. Hey, like I'm not a big wedding food person myself. I always try to eat before. But shout out to Naja and Streeter. I got to give them some credit too since we talk about wedding food. I'm sorry to cut y'all off.
No, you
But
good.
they got married in Miami, had their vows in Miami, and baby, that food was off the chain. I can see why she was fighting niggas over food.
Listen, they had this beef, and I got back to the table. My man Magic he said, man, you got to try the beef. I'm like, all right, Magic. we give Magic a hard time just for no reason.
Cause Magic a young Republican on
Right.
the low.
But Magic is super funny. Like, wait, let me get this straight before y'all think bad about Magic.
He's a good dude.
He's a young Republican, but Magic loves black people. So it's hilarious.
To his core.
Right, to his core. So it's he was like, try the beef, man. And Magic also, he will give you the shirt off his back, man. Like, and he was like, try the beef. I tried that beef. I was like, I wanted to get up and high five him. The beef was so good. So yeah, man, definitely a lovely wedding party. Lamar picked the excellent bride.
Yes.
I'm proud of him.
From the No Foreplay show to the bride and groom.
To the bride and groom.
Like,
To the bride and groom.
Nah,
And what's been going on with
That
you?
was not
What
rehearsed
happened?
either.
It was not. We speed through this. There's been a lot of shit going on in the world.
A lot of niggery at work.
Niggery has been at work through the universe. I ain't been up too much. Started a new position like a week ago.
That's what she said. Go ahead.
Life is crazy, but I feel like I've been patient. I've been getting blessed, one thing after another. Everything, man. Right now the arrow is pointing up in my life, and I'm cool with that. And I just leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
Douglas, how you been?
Yeah, I've been broke.
I'm upset.
I've been broke. June is really rough on my pockets, man. I had 2 daughters' birthdays, my mother's birthday, my daughter's graduation. So it's rough.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
And this off topic, but it just hit me. Does anybody have a month in their life that it's like they always broke? Not like broke, but just it's 1 month out the year, like consistently that your budget is just shot to shit.
Yeah, June.
For me, it's July. July is just always like I'll be looking up at July like, what happened? Where did the money go?
It's definitely July for me, especially every other year.
Yeah,
because July sometimes gives you house picnic,
Black alumni.
Oh, even before Black alumni, posh party,
Yes,
Black alumni, and then the queue at the end
at
for
the
most
end.
years.
Yeah, that's right.
I honestly, I don't know how I do it some years. I get paid X, Y comes out my account.
Yeah.
I don't know how I stay afloat, but by His grace and grace alone.
Well, you know what? Both of them. For me, because my June is my June. It's going to always be, for 12 years now. I done had 2 daughters' birthdays in June. And I done had, and now my daughter just graduated from 8th grade, which is crazy. And then my mother's birthday, which is even more rough. So it's just like June is always fucking me up. So that's where I've been. I've been broke. And I have a teenager now, y'all. And it's like really crazy to me now. Because now she really understands what her mother means when it's ask your daddy. You know what I mean? It's like, your mother's going to buy you McDonald's. But if you want wildfire, ask your daddy. You know what I mean? And it's like, I can't say no. She's a good student. Gives me no trouble. Whenever she comes to my house, she sleeps. She doesn't take over the TV. So she gets all the credit in the world for that. But I did a thing. I'm learning. I'm learning as I go. I took her to Rosemont. Took her shopping. And I'm pretty sure she has never been in none of these stores before. But she has an idea of what she wanted from these stores. So she going into all these lavish stores knowing, I can get this and I can get this because daddy swiping. You know what I mean? Daddy paying for this.
Right.
I say, girl, you see why I had to bring a good debit card. She's like, why you got 2 debit cards? First of all, you shouldn't even be looking. And second,
right.
You know what I mean? And second, just do your thing so we can get up out of here. But, you know what I'm saying? All in all, they're my babies. I'm going to take care of them, whatever, regardless. But God damn. So, if y'all want to know about me, I've been broke. I'll put my Cash App on Facebook if anybody want to send me $5.
Some.
The baby shower Burberry shirt is still on my wish list. So, that's enough about me, man. We can get right to the shits.
Whew. Well, you know, it's a lot on the agenda. A lot going on in the world.
Mm-hmm. So
what's the first thing up, Fresh? What's the first thing?
don't do this. Not right now. I need my money, baby. I don't care where we at.
Ding, ding, ding.
I don't
ding.
want to sing. Just
Ding,
give
ding,
me
ding.
my money. Don't send me off. I need my money. That man said, could you just calm down? I can call you later. No. Ain't no more calling me. If y'all don't know what we referring to, Dame Dash loaned Lee Daniels.
Lee Daniels, you know, producer of The Butler, Precious. Empire. I think the other show on Fox is here, Star. So Lee Daniels is getting to the money right now.
Yeah.
He's getting to the money. And, you know, apparently when he was young, struggling, and Hollywood wouldn't give him a budget, Dame Dash came up and said, hey, I got $2 million. I got $2 million for you.
Yeah.
And I believe they spent it on a couple of movies.
Yeah. Was it an investment, quote unquote?
Well,
However
you know,
it was,
yeah,
because I heard
it
people
was-
trying to term it differently.
some people tried to say it was an investment, and then also other people. But here's the thing about the investment that was made. Dame didn't invest in the movies per se, right? He invested
in
in
him.
Lee Daniels. He
Right.
believed in his talent. So it's like, hey, I want to make a movie. You know, it happens in Hollywood pretty often. Hey, I want to make a movie. I can't get the funding for said movie. And then it's like, oh, okay. Well, since I believe in you, I'm going to give you the money. And of course, I'll get producer credit, blah, blah, blah. That's with the territory. That's what a producer is.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you expect, you know, even if those projects didn't, you know, get that money that you thought, if that person goes on to be a 9-figure nigga,
Come on.
you would expect for that person to say, hey, you looked out for me, blood. I need to pay you back that money you want.
know,
I need
you know what I'm saying?
I need to give you something. But yeah.
So, my big thing on this, and I want y'all to kind of, you know what I'm saying, guide me in the right direction with this one. So Dame called the man a culture vulture. And he was trying to explain why he was a culture vulture. And I felt like this was a different definition I have never heard. And it was actually kind of dope. Because Dame hit him with the, well, I saw you in need, and me being a black man seeing another black man struggle, I'm going to hit you off the strength. But when you turn your back on me and do me greasy, it's taken away from that culture of blacks helping blacks. So you kind of like a culture vulture from that end. So how do y'all feel about that? I felt that was dope. I felt like, damn, you be saying some profound shit sometimes. But that was kind of profound.
I mean, you know, that was profound in a sense. It's cool, but I think it just come down to, you know, not even culture vulture or whatever you want to call it. It's just, man, pay what the fuck you owe.
Pay what the fuck you owe.
Pay what you owe. Like, you know, like people walking around every day not paying people money or not even at least giving them a time frame when money could be paid. And, you know, like, we can't operate like that. Like, ain't no honor. For me, I don't honor that shit. Like, you know, the same energy you had to hit me up multiple times to borrow my cash, I need to keep that same energy when it's time to pay me back.
Dog, and that's the thing with me. Like, everybody know, I give a motherfucker the shirt off my back. That's just me. And Dion always tell me I'm loyal to a fault. But, yo, keep that same energy when you trying to pay me back, Mella. I feel like I don't like owing nobody 35 cents. If I leave my wallet in the car and you buy me a Chicago Sun-Times, as soon as we get back to the car, I'm giving you 35 cents. I'm not saying hold on. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. And I feel like, I don't know what kind of relationship Lee and Dame had. But I know when someone owes you money, how that strains relationships. So I can only imagine if MP owed me $2 million, where we would be at. You know what I mean?
Bruh, we shall not be friends.
Right, you know what I mean?
And the crazy part about it, as a celebrity, like, if I see you on TV
Yes.
and you owe me money, I see, like, I much love the Dame to roll up on this motherfucker at an awards show. Like, nah, bitch, we gonna talk about this now. Ain't no meet me in the back. Ain't no can we talk about this later. No. How are you going to correct this? And some of y'all listening to this podcast, y'all owe some people some money.
Pay them.
Ask yourself, how are you going to correct this?
How are you going to correct this?
Give yourself a payment plan. I charge everybody under the sound of my voice. If you owe somebody some money, and I'm not talking about Sally Mae, Commonwealth Edison, because I owe them some money. Yeah. They're going to get it soon. I need to like, but like anybody, if you know owe somebody that you have day-to-day interactions or like, you know, you've been cool with, you owe them some money, like find in your heart, give them at least half of what you owe back tomorrow. Start off with that. Why wait?
And you got it.
Don't even say hi to them. Apple pay them the money, then say hi.
Yeah.
You owe somebody $100, Apple pay $50 and say good morning. Start the second half of your year off right.
Man.
Pay what you owe.
Pay what you owe.
Wenches.
Well, to bring historical context to this. Like the interesting part about Dame Dash, and I get why he called him a culture vulture. Mm-hmm. And I agree with that because the way that Dame kind of has always operated, Dame Dash has always said forever that he's a hustler. Mm-hmm. You know, and you know, his story's legendary. I'm a hustler. I hustled. He had businesses. Like he said, I put myself through boarding school. You know what I'm saying? That was his initial thing. And then, you know, all the stories. Dame had barbershops. He had businesses. Dame had more money than Jay-Z when they started Rockefeller. That's fact. You know what I'm saying? And people say, you know, you let the diplomats sell it. Dame had a gray helicopter in Harlem at one point. I'm just like, you know, Dame hustled different than a lot of niggas. Mm-hmm. The kind of difference in Dame used to always say, in terms of money, he had no problem loaning people money, and he had no problem spending his last on investment because he'll get it back. And I know people always made jokes about Dame. Dame broke. I remember one time it was the thing about Dame being broke, and they were talking about it, and Dame was like, well, you know, how can I be broke? And I'll never forget, he was like, how can I be broke? He was like, Dame said, I own two $6 million condos right next to each other in New York City. I'm not broke. You know, but Dame always felt like if I feel so strongly to invest in something, I don't mind putting, you know, close to my last in it. Mm-hmm. Because when you're talking to millionaire and people who own properties, art galleries, things like that, they may not be broke. They may be like liquid. You know, they liquid may not be where it's supposed to be. You know, and you'll look at people like I'm trying to think, who is this? Drew Brees.
Yeah. Quarterback for the
Drew Brees. Like y'all know Drew Brees, quarterback in New Orleans Saints. Drew Brees make $20+ million a year. Mm-hmm. But he was just in a situation where they was like, he sued a jeweler about some jewelry, and they were like, yeah, his liquid ain't where it's supposed to be. You know, a lot of time we look at them like thinking they just got cash, but people money be tied up in shit.
Yep.
So to me, that's kind of how Dame, I know he definitely was, and you know, I know he got a lot of stuff going on now, but that's besides the point. Like, you know, you owe him $2 million, and I think the reason you call him a vulture is because of this. Rockefeller Records created such an economy, like even just alone, they created such an economy of people that they made millionaires, business they invested in. Like even back in 2001, I'll never forget, Jay-Z and Rockefeller had 74 employees just under Rockefeller. Mm-hmm. And you know, so when you have that, I think what he's saying about calling Lee a culture vulture is like, dude, I have a culture where I'm providing jobs, I'm providing money, I'm providing entrepreneurs. Like between him, Jay-Z, and everybody at Rockefeller, they spawned a whole, you know, I know people always talk about Hov, you know, racing to be a billionaire and shit like that. But I think in terms of just money they generated between them and other people, like, you know, it's some next level shit. And I think what Dame is saying of him being a culture vulture is like, nigga, I have this kind of culture where I don't mind empowering other black men to make money. Dame's always said that. And then you one of the ones I believed in, and I gave you $2 million.
$2 million.
Right. And you essentially said, fuck me while you got rich and became a 9-figure nigga. Like, you are a 9-figure nigga. Like, you got all these movies, you got Empire, you got Star, you got hand over fist money, and not once have you picked up the phone and say, Dame, you know you want that money back, blood? So yeah, that's what Dame talking about.
And you know, you touched on something right there when you said you don't know what money people got tied up and what's liquid. And really, and that's what happened with me a lot when I loan out money is because I'm loaning off the liquid.
Right.
I'm not loaning off the tied up money.
Right.
And I don't like to touch my tied up money. I like to leave it tied up. Right. That's why I got it tied up. So that's why, you know, when people owe me money or I get someone some money, it throws me off because you messing up my liquid money.
Right.
I always feel like I should never have to dip in my savings. That's why it's savings. Right. I shouldn't have to use my other account because that's why it's my other account. So that's why I take, you know, I feel a certain way when I loan somebody some money and then it'd be like, man. Well, tell me if you only can give me $1.50 and my $3 back. You know what I mean? It's just make shit better, man. Just be more mindful, people.
Yeah, because I think the biggest thing when people borrow money from other people, they assume the person that they borrowed the money from is straight. Like, oh, okay, like I can pay them back when I like. A lot of times, people out the kindness of their heart are loaning you money that they necessarily don't have themselves.
Like sometimes I love you enough to give you my last.
Right.
Yeah.
So the thing is, like, don't be counting my motherfucking money because I loaned you some shit. Don't assume that I got it.
Don't say I got it going on and all this shit. And he ain't missing this.
Pay me my cash. The same energy you had to stalk me to borrow this motherfucking cash, pay it back.
Easy.
Point blank, period. And if you don't, then whatever happens to you outside of murder, like if you get slapped over that, man, you had it coming.
You know, sometimes, you know, that's my biggest thing. Dead men don't pay back. So it's like, do I want to beat your ass and not get my money back, or do I just do I chalk it up and beat your ass? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't like to be rough no more. You know what I'm saying? I wear glasses now. I got daughters. So can we get on a lighter note?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Dion, your boy dropped something. Your boy did something. What's his name from the Six?
I don't know if you heard the last song of the album. It's called March 14th.
Yes, I did.
And it's probably one of my favorite songs on the record. And he says it's a nice little outro on the song. Well, first off, they sampled D'Angelo, Lady, and they kind of put it in reverse. Mm-hmm. But then him and James Fauntleroy are singing beautiful melodies. And he's like, and then part of it, he says, you know, he talks about changing from a boy into a man. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, shit. Like, you know, and they said before, he was like, you know, he was talking about, and it's kind of funny. One of the legendary stories about the boy is like the first time people got around the whole OVO, like, party and family, everybody in there, nobody called him Drake, nobody called him Aubrey. They said everybody called him the boy. I was like, that shit sound funny and some cult type shit. So the boy's a man now. He's a father, confirmed. He's a father, confirmed. So you know, he did drop Scorpion, you know, as scheduled. He dropped Scorpion as scheduled. Came out at 11:01 as scheduled time.
Shots fired.
No, I'm just saying scheduled time. You know,
we know what you're saying. We know what you're not saying. Shots fired.
Sound like the album, but hey, keep going.
Turn a boy into a man. So yeah, Scorpion came out, man. You know, I don't know why MP signed. Because to be realistic, I've tried my best not to talk about Scorpion in public forums. Mm-hmm. And if anybody say that I haven't, man, there are no Facebook statuses about Scorpion. Mm-hmm. They are it's like one tweet with some lyrics, but that's about it. Like,
who haven't? But unfortunately,
ain't no Instagram post. It's an Instagram story post.
Unfortunately, we are real life friends.
We are real life friends.
There is a group me.
We are real life friends.
There's a group me. There's just being around you when Drake drops. Like,
it is.
It's next level.
No, it's crazy.
Dion came to pick me up from the airport at 6 a.m. bumping Drake loud as hell on the block.
On the block. But you know that's him.
Yeah.
You know that's him.
Like it's an energy with Deion, and I have to prepare myself to be around it.
Yeah.
When Drake drops.
No doubt about it.
Some people like certain things. Like some people get gassed up about like events, something like that. Like some people like, ooh, like I can't wait for the house picnic to come. So they be like playing house music for weeks, dancing. I just be sitting there like, Scorpion's coming out.
Yeah.
That's exactly what his move.
So now my question is, did Drake say he was influenced by Life After Death or something like that?
Drake said he put a whole list. So he put on his Instagram story a whole list of albums he was influenced by.
Okay.
Life After Death was the second one.
All right, what was number one?
I forgot.
Okay. Well, as long as I know Life After Death.
Yeah, it was a whole lot of people. But yeah, Life After
Okay.
Death was number one.
So in the theme of Life After Death,
Yeah.
Drake drops a double CD.
Double disc. A side, B side.
A side, B side.
Rap side, R&B side. He finally separated for all you hating ass niggas. He finally separated.
Now see, now see, for fresh. Everybody know I'm not the biggest Drake fan, but I am a fan.
Mm-hmm.
And I like them mixed in. I don't like them separated like this. I like them mixed in. You know, like Nothing Was the Same. I said was like the perfect combination of the two.
And I think I agree with you on that.
Like it was flowing so good on Nothing Was the Same. You didn't even know if it was an R&B song. Oh God, we can't even get through this segment without
Come on, man. We listen.
we don't play no one else's music on this podcast.
Yes,
during the podcast.
Actually, we do.
It's more Drake than anything.
Who wants to cry for you?
Deion eyes are closed right now, y'all.
All along.
Harmonizing. No, Deion. No, you can't. Off that cranberry shit, Deion.
This is a song to his son. If a nigga can't get emotional on a song to his son, I don't want to hear it.
Nigga, when I said that about violent crimes, I was looked at weird.
We ain't look at you weird. We looked at you because violent crimes is it's an interesting cut.
But yeah, it's different with sons and daughters. But don't get me wrong. Out of 25 songs, I don't got no number. But I don't think it's at 15. I don't think my number 15 is there. I don't think it's higher than 15 songs that I was like, yeah.
That's cool.
Where you at on that? What number?
You can't ask me that, man.
I have to.
He's 25.
No,
24.
I'm 23.
And I know the two songs that ain't. Well, I know it's 23. I don't know it's 24 and 25.
There's a song on this album, and it's called Summer Games.
Yes.
I feel that is Drake's worst song that he's ever made.
Okay.
That he's ever
That was on
featured
side
on
B.
anything.
Side-
that's on B-side. That's the second song on the B-side.
Yeah, I know I want to.
song.
Yeah, I know I want to.
Horrible song. Horrible record. If they had asked me, that shit would have never saw the light of day.
Okay, that's 25. Yeah. I need to know 24 because I know 23. And I think 23 will shock a lot of people.
Number 23 is Don't Matter to Me.
Yes.
I'm not with it. I know people are like, it's Drake and Michael Jackson. No, it is not. It's not Drake and Michael Jackson.
Okay, I'm glad we said that because I was like, I don't know what's
No, everybody was just
was on this
Don't
song.
matter to me.
No, that was Michael Jackson from The Simpsons who sung "Happy Birthday, Lisa." I'm not letting that slide. That wasn't my Break of Dawn, Michael Jackson.
Here's my thing, and I was just talking to the good brother Jay Blade was just over here, and I said if you're going to get Mike, I made a statement. I'm gonna admit it a little bit, but if you're going to get a Michael Jackson feature, and one thing Michael Jackson does not have a whole bunch of unreleased vocals. L.A. Reid just said that in his book. If you're gonna get Mike, I feel like you should go all the way in Mike's world, or you should go all the way in your world and bring Mike. They did a fusion, and the shit didn't sound right to me. I'm not with it. I'm not with it. That's all I got. So, I don't want to talk about that song anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, when I heard it, and I was just like, this is it. I'm thinking it's just, but
matter to me.
See, here's the thing.
Uh-oh.
And I liken Drake stands to LeBron stands in the sense of
that they cheer for the greatest.
Take that. Take that.
First of all,
take that.
No. Second of
that
all,
they cheer for the current greatest.
Look, okay, so they may cheer for the current king of the hill in their profession, but with their cheering, they go way overboard. And it like, dude, like the album came out at 11:01 Thursday night.
Facts.
I woke up at 6:30. By the time I finally got dressed for work, like 7:50 and out the door, like I was already sick of the album, and I didn't give it a second run through in traffic, like it. Because the people, you know, Drake, he hits his number and he knows what number to hit for the people. He like, I make this music and I make it for these Instagram quotes.
Yeah,
I got a question for people like you though.
Okay,
like yeah.
No, I'm dead serious. Because here's I'm gonna tell you what I did that night. Mm-hmm. I was in group meets, but I stayed off of all social media. I stayed off Facebook. I stayed off really Instagram because I knew what to see. I knew I was going to see Scorpion album covers up and down my timeline. So even me as a Drake fan, I don't like that. So right. I was like,
and I even admitted it when I was driving the car. Like I should have just listened to this without even. But you know, for me, you know, I'm not the hardest sleeper, so I'm like up on my phone looking at social media. Yeah. I routinely wake up like 3-4 in the morning. I don't know why. But you know, I'm seeing all this, like I was just like, oh my god, like this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, but you know,
had
I not read it, I probably would have warmed up to it. Like, and I know for me, I can admit where you have a bias or you're for Drake.
Yeah.
Every album that comes out, I have to fight through my anti-Drake bias, and I'm aware of that. I'm like, this song is actually good. Like, you just hating P, and I'm like, all right, and I tell myself these things on certain songs, but. I mean, it definitely wasn't a bad album. It's decent to good. Like I definitely want to put this as a classic.
No, and that's how I am. It's a decent to good album. I don't think it's groundbreaking,
right?
Because to me, an album can have a lot of. You know what? I can look at an album and say it's like the Cleveland Cavs was last year. Mm-hmm. Now, I may not feel like it's the best made team of all time. But you have a superstar, which would be one song, surrounded by a couple good pieces that can make a good team, and that's what this album was for me. It was like, you know what?
I'm glad you said for me,
for me, because like I love Emotionless so much. Like I played like it's always whenever I listen to a Drake CD, it's always one song I just keep playing, and that fucking Mariah Carey sample just had me. Then he started rapping. I was like, yes. I mean, until he got to the part about, because listen, like you say, I should have cut myself off from social media because by the time I got to the line, I wasn't hiding my son from the world. I was hiding the world. That whole line, it had already been, you know, like they messed it up for me. So it was like that was like the only line of the whole song I didn't like. But besides that, I'm like, okay, he has me here. You know what I mean? With the whole shit about the girl who goes to Paris, but she only posted pictures to make everybody back home feel the same way. Shit. I'm like, yes.
That was a dope series of lines.
Yeah.
That's real life.
When he said like the girl who's going through, but she writes "Leave me alone" or some shit. Like,
or the girl who happily married until she put her phone down.
Yeah, come on, Drake. See,
he gave me he made me do a hood rat hand on that. Like, oh nigga.
See, that's when the LeBron line.
Yeah, but no, like you know, of course, like 8 was it 8 to 10 or 8 out of 10?
Yeah, 8. Yeah.
That's your champagne song of the summer.
Yeah,
like I if I'm riding home by myself, I'll play that like 5 times in a row.
Yeah, I wish it's so funny because Emotionless. When I heard it, I was like, okay, cool. And to be honest, I didn't listen to that song all weekend after the first like day. Mm-hmm. Like I don't feel nothing on that song. It's good, but I don't.
Like it's cool, but I mean I played it a couple of times. It's one of those songs like, yeah, I get it, but like man.
But those other songs, it's so many other cuts. So many other cuts.
So I think y'all know what's my second favorite song.
I don't.
Y'all should see. This is why I say I need new friends.
Is it Jaded?
No, hell no.
Oh, it's a song with Ty Dolla $ign.
Yes, it's After Dark.
But
I like After Dark.
But Ty Dolla $ign on Jaded.
But it's After Dark. It's After Dark. To me, Jaded, Ty was just harmonizing.
But Jaded is some real shit.
No, Jaded tough.
He told the girl, "You used me to find yourself, nigga. Let me tell you something here."
Hey, if I could just sit up real quick on this mic. I honestly, Jaded was so good I couldn't listen to it. I felt the way.
Listen, fellas, pause this podcast. Text the girl who used you to find herself.
I ain't texting her shit.
Ladies, the guy who used you to find himself, text him Jaded and then block their number. Block. Send him the song and just block the number. Just send this bitch up. It's Drake season.
No, that's one thing. That's one thing I got to get the boy credit for. Drake, when they say don't Drake and drive, I believe that shit is real. Because you might catch a line that you say, oh, shit, and you got to pull over. Because, baby, he come through with that shit. Like, I don't know. I can't explain it. But see, he has that. Drake has that.
You know what's so funny? People who not in relationships, like in this era, they don't understand. They're like, what's happening when, like, also, we got to give props. Like, we do have to give props. And I'm going to tell you why we have to give props. Because Drake went down to Memphis.
Yes.
And got DJ Paul.
Yes.
Everybody else then forgot about Paul and been running around here with the juice. We know this. Everybody been running around with the juice. And the juice, my guy. We love juice. However, he went and got DJ Paul. Got him to just sample a classic NWA / Earth, Wind and Fire song, and then got Jay-Z to rap on the motherfucker. So I get it. And they did that shit, and here's the real G shit about that. They made that song, and it ain't really a hook on the bitch
at all.
And Drake is like, no, like you think Drake is gonna do a hook, he gonna harmonize. No, motherfucker, we rapping. It's me and Ho rapping with DJ Paul on the beat, and niggas yelling in the background. They say in the credits that's Baca. I'm like, nigga, I hear Project Pat's voice. Don't lie to me. But hey, man, so you got to get some props for that. You got to get props.
You get more than just
because that shit bang. Shit bang. I was not expecting that. When I saw Talk Up Future and Jay-Z, I thought they was gonna be talking some old rich nigga art shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I said, man, these two rich niggas about to just talk this rich nigga.
Oh yeah,
shit.
I definitely thought it was gonna be like a curly nappy headed hair, light skinned Negro rap going on. But no, I was like, okay.
You thought you was getting a Jay-Z to Kanye dissed?
Yeah, actually. Thought I was getting dad pants Jay-Z.
But we got Dope Dealer Jay-Z. Which
Dope
is
Dealer.
my favorite Jay-Z. What did he say? To achieve this goal, I sold all my weight wet. Oh my God.
Listen, so you got that. I mean, yes, I really like the album, man. I mean, everybody know I just played nonstop. Like, one night I was in the aforementioned hotel room in Nashville. I left the floor to ceiling windows wide open, and I just played Finesse all night until I fell asleep. I woke up to Finesse playing again.
Oh my God!
Listen, because when Drake sang that,
Finesse ain't do nothing for me.
Finesse ain't do nothing for me.
I love Finesse.
Finesse ain't do nothing for me.
Finesse is all about. I don't even want to say what it's about, but Finesse is if you've ever like. Because here's the thing about Finesse, right? So there's some lines on the album that are really like real Drake hidden gems, right? So Drake says on the album on one song, "My house is full of supermodels like Muhammad Hadid." Y'all know who that is?
No.
So Bella Hadid is like one of the top supermodels in the world. Okay. So I know y'all like, what the fuck this have to do with anything, Dion? So she was on America's Top Model. They like, I know they Victoria's Secret models. So you got Gigi Hadid and Alana Hadid. So it's a lot of them, right? They all sisters. They all got these gorgeous looks. But here's the shit. One of them is also the girl The Weeknd was dating. So Drake says this, my house is full of supermodels like Muhammad Hadid. But then on this song, he's rapping and he's like, he says, what he's singing, he says like, Fashion Week is more your thing than mine. And then he was like, Drake says he can't know finesse. And then he goes on to say like, you and your sister. And at that point, the internet was like, and the internet hit that woman up so fast on Twitter, like, are you dating Drake? That song is about you. So the gossip blog was like, yo, that song is about you. She's like, no, me and Drake are friends, like nothing more.
See what I mean? So let me know when you're done, cause I got something to say. Damn it. Now let me tell you something about this album that I wasn't gonna say, but damn it, I'm gonna say it. I just feel like this. If your big brother come and say, hey, Joe, y'all cool, y'all don't got to fight no more, Joe. It's squashed, it's over with. Let it be over with. Don't be that same little brother saying little shit under your breath, talking shit. Say my name, King. I know you talking to me, bro. Don't be saying some shit about all sevens, but it's six. Nigga, I know what you mean about all sevens and sixes. Nigga, all these little jabs like, I really fought real niggas and all this from Philly. Nigga, all this little passive aggressive talk, it was pissing me off, Dion.
It's this not whole passive aggressive.
What you call it? What you call
talking.
It? No, it's not just talking.
No, I'm gonna tell you why.
No,
I'm gonna tell you why.
Then he had to hold on. I'm kind of pissed off because the plies part with that. Ooh, you
big man.
Oh man, no, because my thing is this.
I ain't arguing
Where
with
was this plies at before back to back?
You ain't making me no money.
Because I feel like this was more of a bigger battle than him and Meek, him versus Push. But now all battling is behind you, and that's,
it ain't the battling that's behind you. It's not that.
What is it?
It's
Please take up for him.
See,
I want to see this.
Here's the thing, and here's where the real niggas separate from the fake niggas, and this is real, because Drake kind of took the approach like, fuck him, because the thing is, Pusha needed Drake far more than Drake needed Pusha. Pusha needed to sell some records. He needed some endorsements. He needed to say somebody's big name to sell his album and to get us excited about it. And if you don't believe that, look at the Billboard Hot 200, put in Pusha T. It's going to show you his chart position for every album. 40s, 50s. His highest album debut is this album, where he happened to build his whole marketing plan on Drake's back. I hear you. But after his album came out, all his interviews was about Drake. If I was Pusha, I would feel pretty shitty that I had to go and talk about a nigga and his illegitimate child instead of my album that came out that was actually great. No, you can side, but that's real shit. I've said no lies.
Go ahead.
Because these are facts. Every interview afterwards, he interviewed Funk Flex like, so why'd you say these things about Drake? Why'd you feel he needs to be exposed? Because he needs to move some records.
Man,
that's why you went to the controversial Whitney cover. And then we got all the little fuck niggas who came by and said, if he don't respond, he ain't a GOAT. Guess what? Our GOAT nigga made a whole album dissing all of New York without saying a nigga's name. And that's Christopher Wallace.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
And those Wu-Tang niggas dissed the fuck out of him right before that. Yeah. On their interlude on their album talking. We didn't diss you with lyrics, nigga. And Nas dissed them. All them niggas dissed Big.
Kicking the door.
And he came back and slaughtered them for a whole album. So when Drake came back on this album and said, too rich for who, nigga? You just got rich again. You old and dead ass nigga. And then he told this nigga pretty much, yes, I used to fuck your wife. Your trainers is press and play. Your niggas is press and play. Your wifey.
Oh my God. See, this more of the
That ain't no war from the other side. Fuck them.
But if you just called off and signed the fucking Treaty of Versailles, now why all this coming out? Why when it was time to battle, you want to know where to be found?
Because we can do it subliminally. We can because then it's all
because your man was trying to sell books, right?
I mean, you know what?
Oh, okay.
The book was going to sell regardless. The book was going to sell regardless.
Okay.
The book was going to sell regardless. However the shit worked out, it worked out. But like the thing is, here's the thing, and Drake said something real key on that shit. And I'm gonna tell you, this thing to me is key to the whole thing. He said, "Who picks up a mic to diss a friend?" Mm-hmm. And that to me is the realest shit. Who picks up a mic to diss a friend? Because regardless of anything, Pusha T got a boss. And his boss is a nigga who admittedly Drake used to go to his house every day. They used to talk about that. Kanye and Drake was at each other's house every day. Down the street, making music. Mm-hmm. And you let this nigga diss me again. Like, no, you let him diss me. Because you told that nigga fuck his album cover that he shot, that he picked out. Mm-hmm. We put in the picture a Whitney bathroom on your album cover. Pusha said, I didn't agree with that decision. Kanye overrode me.
Yeah.
So now you're gonna let him diss me. And I'm writing lyrics on your past 2 albums.
30 hours.
So you let him diss me? That's whack.
It's not.
No, it's whack.
Oh,
it's whack.
That part is whack.
Because like that's real shit. Like if one of my niggas can't diss you, Mike can't diss you.
He throw shots at me all the time on the book.
No, he can throw shots together. Yeah. Right. But I'm not gonna let this nigga go on the national stage and literally build his album. Like the scene of Pusha at that party. If y'all go back and look at that video, when they did this song, and this nigga's rapping about Drake and Pharrell's next to him, Swizz next to him, from the energy from the games we play, which is one of my favorite Pusha songs. Yes. And then to that song, them niggas was next to Pusha like, like, okay, this is what we doing? Well, you know, we with it. And I felt like that was real interesting. So it's like, I feel away. Like, I get it. Like, you know, Drake did it. I responded. I said your fiance's name.
Yeah.
I didn't diss your fiance. I didn't say nothing. I said, I'm going to let it ring on you like Virginia Woods. You just put a ring on your fiance. Okay, cool.
Don't say her name, bro. Don't say her name. And this is what come with a battle.
No.
This will all come with it.
Because then fuck him. Because you came back like Wendy Williams on a record.
No, he
Pusha T.
He came back at it. Hey,
No.
Listen.
That's gay.
Listen.
If a nigga say anything about your kids on the record, I'm beating his ass.
Yeah. I know we had this discussion.
I'm beating his ass.
This discussion. But I feel like
if a nigga say Jordan name, I'm beating his ass.
But to me, I feel like war is hell.
Huh?
I feel like war is hell. And like
No, I get it. I get it. But the thing is, here's the thing. Don't be them niggas who wishing war when you don't want a real war.
Yeah.
Like, because
are you talking to Drake?
No, not at all. Not at all. Because here's the thing. Pusha T's 40. He's 40. He's 11 years older than Drake.
Legit.
He should have known better.
So look, I've been watching a lot of interviews because this is what I do now.
Them young Somalians slap your 40-year-old ass up.
Jesus.
So look, I was unemployed for like 2 weeks, so I was watching all kind of interviews on this.
Yeah.
I seen Jadakiss and Lil C's talk about it. I seen Nick Cannon talk about it, and I also seen Pusha talk about it.
Yeah.
So Jada and C's was like, kill him. Go, it's a battle. You gotta do it. But 40, my nigga, that was wrong what he said about 40, and then Nori just started busted up.
Right.
But I think Nick Cannon, was it Nick Cannon? It was Nick Cannon. I think Nick Cannon said it best. Mm-hmm. He was like, bar for bar, get him push, but with the theatrics and shit,
right,
it's Drake. He like, Drake the nigga battle you, then send you an invoice, and you know, now it's just, you just losing on so many fronts now. You know what I mean? But he like, bar for bar, if it's just rapping, them two, he got pushed.
Yeah.
But I think it probably did go too far. But
so
I think some of our best battles went too far.
I don't think none of our best battles went too far.
You don't think what Hov said to Nas went too far?
What? Comes on the baby seat?
Yeah.
Well, Gloria stepped in at that point. I mean, when your mama got to stop and say, son, enough. Yes, enough. So yeah, that went too far. But I think also the thing I always ask people this because I'm really interested in their thought. Mm-hmm. If you had to just pick a song based on the song, do you choose Duppy or the story of 89? Whatever the fuck the name is.
I'm gonna pick the story of Eddie Don, whatever
they want to call it.
Yeah.
I mean, just song wise.
Yeah, just
the story of Eddie Don.
Yes.
A song over another nigga's beat better than Duppy?
Yeah, it's the whole premise.
No, I don't think so. What was the premise?
I think the blackface and just the song period. Like
what was actually good about it? Because the lyrics are probably the most subpar Pusha song ever.
You think so?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna go that far.
You are hiding a child. Like, that was kind of gay.
It wasn't though, because
it was.
I feel like
another man telling another man business, that's not gay. Because off of man rules, that's gay. Is it not? Off of man law.
But don't niggas tell other niggas business with all type of diss records?
Every diss record.
What diss
record? Know who did. You know what. You know, like that. That's why I fucked your bitch, your fake motherfucker, even though that was a lie.
Even though that was the emotional nigga was lying. And then he got killed.
Yeah, damn. But damn, Dion. Tell us how you really feel about Tupac.
I'm sorry. Listen.
Tupac, we know Tupac got your favorite rapper killed.
Fuck Tupac.
He got your favorite rapper killed.
Tupac got my nigga killed. And here's the thing. We was just talking about this weekend. So here's the thing about Tupac and his whole beef. Because I saw people reference Tupac. They can't say he went too far because, they brought up Pac. The thing about Pac is this. That whole diss they had, Tupac got that whole beef between Big and Pac. Mm-hmm. After they hit Pac, mm-hmm. there was about Suge knew the Southside Crips was behind it. And this is all real shit. Yeah. There was a bloodbath in Compton after that.
No, it really, like legit.
Yeah, legit. Like 10 niggas got killed. Yeah, and the police just start arresting gang members just to keep niggas off the street from dying. Yeah. So we need not go back there. We need not. Mm-hmm. So it's like I get it. And to be honest, it's like when you even look at the subtle shit on the words, Drake got a house in Hidden Hills, which is super far out. That's where the compound is in Cali. Then he got a house in Calabasas, it's like about barely 2-3 blocks from Ye. And Ye got all the niggas in Calabasas slap Polaroid and bump out there because Daz was like, "Hey nigga, them Crips on site."
We know.
And then it was super funny,
which was super duper bogus. I hate that too. But keep going. I'm not going to even get on Daz and that bullshit.
Yeah. Listen, don't speak ill because I'm going west, and if you go out there west, anybody listen to the podcast and they, I don't know you. I don't know you. You don't know me. but see, I even look at that like that. That nigga Ye did not mention Daz or the Crips on that whole album. Mm-mm. But you got all this animosity about Drake. Little old Aubrey.
Kanye, he ain't mentioned Drake on his album.
Yes, he did.
What'd he say?
You know what he said.
Too close to snipe you.
He was like, you light skin.
Mustangs.
Nah, rapping ass.
Oh, stop it. Please stop it.
He's rapping on this album.
Please. On what?
On the whole album.
It was only 7 songs.
Like he said.
But I ain't gonna lie, Kanye rapped on the other albums, but we don't got to get into the good music because they solid. They did what they supposed to do. They came through, shut shit down.
You know, let me say this. I'm gonna say this real quick. Nas album sucked.
Oh.
Tiana Taylor album sucked.
Oh.
I'll just be straight. I'll be straight about it. After listening to those albums, I bump Ye up.
No, not too much. Not too much. Like those. No, you're not gonna get me riled up. No. I've been eating Mambas. You're not gonna get me riled up. Quick question, and we can move on. We can be away from this. Scorpion or Daytona?
Scorpion.
Okay. Scorpion or Daytona?
This is tough for me because I do appreciate an album longer than 7 songs.
Yeah.
I think out of a 7-day week, I'm gonna listen to Scorpion 4 times and then Daytona 3.
Cool.
I'm gonna give you some rich. I could give you 2 sets of 7 from Scorpion.
You can't
better
do
than
that.
Daytona. Yes, I can.
You can't do that.
Yes, I can.
Whenever you get some time, please
Yes,
do
I
that
can.
for me.
Honest, I can.
Whenever you get a time.
Shout out to Drake too, man, for bringing in No ID to work on the album. Chicago's own. He shares my namesake, Sensei Dion. Who crafted, who's Kanye's sensei, who don't even speak to Kanye because he's disappointed in him right now. The guy who was responsible for 444, he gave Drake some shit. But hey, yeah. So what about you, Fresh? Scorpion or Daytona? You could even pull an ant. 7 days out of the week, which one you picking?
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Like, cause I'm really a mood person.
Yeah.
It's like how I'm feeling that day.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like,
But I feel like it's hard for a 7-song album to beat a 25-song album.
and
Don't
that's
get me
my
wrong.
thing.
I'm going Scorpion. I'm going Scorpion.
said I'm
Nah.
going Scorpion.
Just cause that take E, fuck these niggas up. Hey. Cause Drake can do that to me, Joe. Drake can give you that fuck. But don't get me wrong, Daytona did too. I feel like if Daytona was 13 songs, I would have picked Daytona.
These are the games we played.
Yes.
That
That 8 to 10 though.
But
Damn.
but with that same thought, with that
Nice.
same energy,
Fresh.
you can play if you know.
No,
It's
but
not
Fresh.
as clear.
It's not. I don't know, Fresh.
Wait, before we get off this, can I just hear the first?
and DJ Premier was on the album.
Can I hear the first 10 seconds of If You Know, You Know?
Fresh. I'm just saying.
I just need this. I just need to hear If You Know, You Know. I just need to hear like the first 11 seconds. I don't even need 11. Just give me 7 seconds.
God, I mean, all right, hold on, Fresh.
Dog, cause like I know what you're saying though, and like when you at Posh and 8 out of 10, come on. I mean, that's like niggas in Paris or something like that.
Yeah.
I can understand where he was going with that.
So
Hey, he didn't even let the beat drop because he know when that beat drop.
Those subliminals there, we heard those subliminals.
Yeah, we know. That's what I said.
I mean, and that's fine. That's all cute. That's dandy.
If you know, you know.
Get it. But something tells me that the DJs at Posh will not be playing that.
That would not get
They
played.
won't be playing Daytona.
No, it won't get played at all.
That's cool.
But you know, this is what Drake does. Drake is gonna give you Instagram quotes, and club classics. I mean, it wouldn't be Drake. We went to one party. Oh my god!
You know when
I'm a
July 14th
Hey.
when that come on.
Hey,
Jayilla, listen. If we are not all in position when this come on, we gotta hold off,
Man,
Cause when that 10 of us we moving as one, we might all start rocking.
it might be bad in that.
We all might start rocking.
Oh my god! Oh shit! See, but I like Drake. Don't get it tangled and twisted. Fresh likes Drake. Like, if y'all looking for me some days, I'll be somewhere standing at the ceiling fan, listening to Nothing to Something. Like, when I'm in the mode, I listen to Free Smoke. Y'all, I like Drake. I just be needing. Clearly, we went over our Drake time limit.
Right. I do got a question though, and this is just a question from a music standpoint, and this is for you too.
I'm listening.
Listening to his albums, here's one thing that I really enjoy. The way that they are put together reminds me of the way old Kanye albums were put together, and that's very real. Old Kanye albums were put together so impeccable, like I felt like it was no wasted audio in those albums. Like they just used to flow.
And if it was, he went back and tightened it up.
And it was just like, shit, like this all just works together.
Skits. Oh, with the Broke Five Broken shit.
Broke Five. Even the transitions on Late Registration, all those things, like those things just work. And I feel like that's where 40 comes in, when they pay all that attention to detail, when, kind of you see it's a whole effort where, damn near the same producers even on the song that DJ Paul does, like 40 producers on that as well. I feel like this is just a group effort. It produces a continuity that I just, I think is missing. So that's part of the reason why I'm real big on it. But yeah. Enough about Drake.
Thank you.
I knew we were gonna go over on that.
Yeah, he's all 20. I think he's got 20.
Random question, Fresh. Before we move,
23 of the top 25 songs on Spotify.
Who is worse? Dion when a Drake album come out, or me when T.I. was coming out in his prime?
Dion, easily.
Thank you.
Landslide.
That's false.
Landslide.
Thank you.
Landslide.
We argued about this in that.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
Like,
see,
to me,
it's just fresh. It's just fresh because we went Carbondale asking the people who was actually hanging with Ampy at that time. They definitely said this nigga.
No, I'm gonna say this though, yeah. Dion, you go into a whole mode, my brother.
Bruh.
You go into a. Can't nobody really say
nothing.
And we ain't even talking about Drake. If I could say like Joe, I'm finna eat some Raisin Bran. Pathetic. Drake is coming out.
Drake just dropped and
you're eating Raisin
Bran.
Where's your steak and eggs for breakfast?
Right.
like Dion, you way worse, bro. You.
He you're like I know I was bad. I know I was bad. It's felt like when Round Here came on, niggas wanted to fight me.
Yeah.
I get it.
But Dion, oh my God. He makes you feel like you know nothing about music when Drake drops.
He's very condescending.
He
goes out his way to be
most
disrespectful.
People know nothing about music.
Most people don't know nothing about music.
I just wanted to ask you that.
Oh, no, it's not even. Yeah. It's not.
Thank you.
I feel like, look.
Okay, anybody under the sound of my voice, if you around me in college when back in my T.I. crazy days, tweet the podcast, send us a message, let us know who you think is worse, me or Dion.
I could produce a whole photo album and breaking his hat off like T.I.
Everybody relax.
But Dion, I think you actually put on like real clothes when Drake come out.
Oh my mom! I
feel like you put on cologne, your best cologne. I feel like you put on real clothes that day.
No bullshit. I know. I can bet my bottom dollar. Dion took a shower and put on cologne and put on his best hoop shorts to sit in the basement to listen to Drake.
Fucking Masterpiece Theater.
Right.
I can't confirm or deny.
See, you're worse, man.
Because actually, hold on, didn't I send you a picture of cologne the next day?
Yeah,
definitely did. I sent Fresh a picture of this $300 bottle of cologne. like yes, this is what I'm wearing today.
The nigga be trying to make me get lavish habits. See what I mean? I can't even wear my blank cologne. I'd never tell you motherfuckers my fragrance because I don't want your motherfucking man smelling like me. You already think I'm better than the nigga. Why won't you smelling like? Anyway. Oh shit! I'm finna cry. Hey, I gotta go.
Everybody relax. Let's just move
Everybody
on.
relax.
Yes.
Everybody relax.
So, oh shit!
Just so many hits.
Since we talk about Drake, we on Drake. Yes. We can officially give him the 6 back. It is no longer LeBronto. It is no longer LeBronto because the Raptors don't have to worry about LeBron James terrorizing them in the Eastern Conference playoffs anymore.
Yes. Some things happened yesterday.
The king has moved west.
Yes.
Before I get to me and Dion now being, soldiers in the North. Okay. I want to ask Ant, how does he feel about this union of the brothers?
So let me tell you how I found out about this. So on our way back from Nashville, we had a connecting flight in St. Louis. So our flight was delayed in St. Louis due to thunderstorm. So we was originally supposed to land at around 5:45. He didn't land until about 7:30, and I think this news broke around 7. So by the time we hit the ground, everybody turned their phone back on. Phone buzzing. I'm like, I'm seeing people text me like, so what you think? I'm like, think about what? And some told me, go to the Hoops chat. And there it was. So at this point, I'm looking at the Hoops chat. Me and Dion not sitting next to each other on the plane. He's sitting like about 7 rows in front of me. I just see his head moving. I was like, oh my God. Look at Dion. And then he finally turned around and looked at me. He just had the smile of a fucking 5th grader breaking into a candy store. Just cheesing. I was just like, this is ridiculous. So, honestly, my first thought was like, I'm already annoyed because I knew what was going to happen. People who have disrespected the Lakers. Go out their way to disrespect Kobe. People who are LeBron fans that do this, I guess we Lakers fans now. I guess we Lakers fans, and you know, like it made me sick to my stomach. It made me like completely sick to my stomach, and it's going to be funny because there are people who are like our good friend on the podcast, Terrell Jones. He is like physically torn.
Yes,
he is like, and you know, as a basketball observer, I'm torn until some news came. Now I'm just like laughing, but we'll get to the secondary news in a second.
Oh my God.
But like to see all you motherfuckers have to click up, I'm not gonna lie, I hate it. I hate it with a deep-seated passion. And, you know, I'm not gonna lie, you know, since everybody else want to be blatant about their homerism for LeBron and how, you know, we're cool with homie hopping for teams now because of this. Like, I'm going to be transparent. I hope he doesn't win in LA. I hope he doesn't.
Why?
Man, like, I want him to fail. I want him to feel for what did Thanos say in the opening scene? Run from it.
Yes.
Embrace it.
Oh my God.
Destiny arrives, or shall I say, I arrive.
Oh yes.
And I arrive equals DeMarcus Cousins.
Oh.
Arriving
bitch.
in Golden State for mere pennies. $5 million mid-level. When it was reported he was like looking at getting like damn near max. For 2 years at least.
All I can say is, Boogie Cousins, you bogus as fuck.
The city could have crowned. They could have crowdfunded $5 million.
Yes.
Any NBA city could
Right.
have. He could have got $5 million from anybody. I'm waiting for the day one of these free agents just make their whole free agency an auction. Like,
Yeah.
just make it an online auction.
Yeah, but $5 million. But look, I will not let Satan mess up my day. I'm happy to see LeBron in the purple and gold. I'm glad to be in the same boat with my friends now. It's truly Hulk Hogan coming to the NWO, because it's like anybody who knows basketball or be around people who watch basketball, Lakers fans are some of the biggest critics of LeBron. I don't know whether it's because the comparisons between him and Kobe was always around, or shit, I don't know. But
It's that, and because also
His fans are cocksuckers. I'm sorry.
because one, we feel like Kobe is a better player.
Yeah.
Right? But even besides that, we wanted them to face them in the finals.
Yeah.
Like, we wanted to see that so we could actually say definitively, we beat you. But unfortunately, we were robbed of that experience by LeBron James.
yeah, because I remember, we lost to Orlando. It was all fucked up. But I mean, we fuck Kobe up every Christmas, so you know,
Christmas games mean nothing.
it means everything. We know the record head to head
Christmas games.
and who dragged who.
We also know
Anywho.
the age difference.
Man, like LeBron fans leave out like key details like
Like
that.
what?
The age difference. He missed the finals when they were supposed to face each other head to head.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he definitely did
And
not
then-
hold up his end of the bargain.
Oh, then Kobe fell off the face of the earth.
You
after
know
that.
who Kobe was
see?
old as shit.
See?
You know who ain't missing the finals in their prime against this nigga?
Don't
Kevin
do it.
Durant.
Don't you
He
do
ain't.
it.
He ain't.
He ain't.
He
He
ain't.
say I'm here every year, blood.
Even
We'll
without
see.
Boogie.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We will
Yeah.
see. Now
Blood walk.
that we in the West,
I would like to say this. Now that LeBron has went to LA, he's definitely like null and void for any GOAT conversations. Ever.
I don't think that's true.
I think it's very true.
I don't think that's true at all.
I think it's very
I
true.
don't think that's true at all. I think that's kind of.
No.
I think.
Uh-oh.
Listen, let me tell you why. Now, I don't think LeBron could ever be the GOAT. I think Mike has solidified his spot, and I think LeBron has solidified his spot as number 2. He can't go no higher, and can't nobody catch him. And I don't think nobody can catch him.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think if he brings a motherfucking championship to the motherfucking Lakers, it's some smoke in the city. I feel like he gets extra credit for that. So how do you feel? Do you think he get extra credit for having him with him?
I don't know. It's hard to think about how that ends up. The reason is because I feel like with him signing for 4 years, that's him admitting I'm ending my career here, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
And I'm gonna say this as a diehard Lakers fan, diehard to the core. Him winning a championship in that jersey, it means a lot to me, but I don't think it means a lot for his legacy or the NBA.
Okay.
Because it's one title. Now, if he get 2 in the jersey, 2 out of 4 years, then we talking something else. But I think just like 1 is kind of like that. Okay, cool, you did it here. I get it. Right. So I don't know. It's hard. And it all depends on how he plays in the jersey, the legacy that leaves. He's gonna break some records in the jersey. He's gonna continue to break records in the jersey.
Yeah, he go pass up like 7 motherfuckers next year alone.
So we gonna see how that all works out. I got faith that it's gonna end up, in a real good place. I really do.
Yeah, I don't really think it has a choice. I think with him and Magic, they're gonna find a way to make something happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I feel like Magic is one of those executives who wants to win and is gonna do everything it takes to win.
Right.
So I'm really rooting for LeBron in LA because I think it's just a good fit for him at this point in his career and what he wants and what he has going on. Like, everybody was like, oh man, he going to. No, I feel like at this point in time, he at where he at, and he's there for a reason. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not to mention Bronny.
Let me say something.
Go ahead.
About the Lakers from a standpoint of a historian, of a Laker, a real Laker fan. Mm-hmm. The thing about the Lakers is this: from the top down, we are ran so excellent right now. And I know we had some rocky years where the ownership struggle was happening. Mitch Kupchak had kind of lost his marbles, things like that. I get that, but that wasn't a long stretch, and the power was always going to shift back to Jeanie Buss. And Jeanie Buss is like the heart and soul of the Lakers right now after Father Dr. Buss passed. Mm-hmm. But the infrastructure of the way the Lakers have always ran, from their facility to everything like that, their place in the city has always been top notch, like regardless. Yeah. And I think, for LeBron, who's never had that, I mean, I understand the Heat are who they are and Pat Riley ran them, but the Heat aren't the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? And it's not many teams that are like that. There's a few franchises that have that distinction.
I say 1.5. Celtics and halfway the Knicks. They just don't got the titles. We'll go.
Yeah, I would even give the Spurs. I would give the Spurs a little bit. So so when you decide to look up and you say, like, when you got a job offer and your job offers are from Facebook, you can go work at Apple. Or you could go work for Uber with all the shit they have. You like, I'm going to work at Apple, fam. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to work the best talent. Like I said, man, and the Lakers are so linked with so much stuff in LA, UCLA. That's who the whole medical staff is from. Like, they really out here. LeBron, he's in media. Mm-hmm. He's already got TV shows. He's got movies. The Lakers have really their own. They have their own television network that's 24/7, 365. Yep. Their TV deal is like something you've never seen. So I look at it like, man, it's presenting him with so much opportunity. LeBron, and then people who think this is all of a sudden. LeBron's bought 2 houses in in the Los Angeles area in the past 4 years. Yeah, so. I get it. People thought he was going to buy them houses and hold them till he retired, but that's not what he did. So, yeah, man, I just feel like he made a choice to go to the franchise he felt was the best for him. You know, and it's just working out that the rumors are true. They said he didn't like Houston. I'm not gonna lie to you. I went to Houston recently, looking at it as a place to live. I feel like it's cool, but it's not for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just not for me. And one thing about LA, just to keep it real, that's where the people are.
Yeah.
You know, I know it sounds crazy, but you know, Hov and Beat just bought their $100 million crib in LA.
100.
Right. Yeah. It's $100 million. You know, that's where everybody's at. That's where all your rich and famous. That's where Tom Brady, like all them people. So that's where Puff House in LA is legendary. All those people, Jamie Foxx, everybody.
Is that Puff House? That's in LA where he be having them viewing parties and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Puff, like all them people out there, fam. Like, you know, and then I don't know if you seen, like Lil Wayne even tweeted, I don't have a house in LA. I ain't want to spend the money, but I'm gonna have to because that's the king.
Yeah.
So it's like people like, hey, I'm going to see the nigga Paul. And I know it sounds crazy, but like that's how all those things drive. And I think that's something that's going to be exciting to see. I'm happy for Magic that he pulled it off. I feel like he knew. I feel like them niggas didn't. You know, this decision wasn't made Saturday night.
No,
like this decision was made a long time ago. You know,
I think that's a game one.
Yeah,
of the final.
And also I want to say this. I want to give some respect to Paul George for staying in OKC.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he could have went in any fucking way he wanted to. Mm-hmm. But he said, hey, you know.
So, it's crazy. And we can get off this right after this. But I just want to have just quick question. So, we seen, like we talk about GOAT and all that, but we don't even got to talk about GOAT no more. We know that, to me, that argument is dead. But we can't talk about LeBron going to the Lakers, and the Lakers are instantly the second favorite to win a title. You said he moved to LA and now one of the best rappers of all time. I have to get a mansion in LA.
Right.
Have we ever seen a sports figure with this much impact with every move he does? Like,
no.
The ripple effects are
no.
And I didn't even talk about just basketball. I'm talking about any athlete.
Because one thing about LeBron, and I said this, and some people, you know, disagree. He got that Jay-Z stamp of approval.
Yeah.
Early in his career.
Mm-hmm.
He also made moves that people didn't think he would make.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even like that More Than the Game movie.
Yeah.
That was a dope movie.
Yeah,
whether you like LeBron or not, just watch some high school kids go.
How was that possible to even have all that footage?
Right.
They tracked the whole career because they knew where he was.
So they knew. And then you look at it like even the More Than the Game soundtrack gave us, you know, Forever. It's like, what? Like, you ain't got a Forever song again. Like, you know what I'm saying? The closest you got was Swagger Like Us. Mm-hmm. But even then, just to be on the same playing field is like next level.
Yeah.
So LeBron, the moves that he's made throughout his career have been something that kind of took him on a different platform.
Yeah.
You know, and to me, it's other people who missed a boat to be as culturally relevant. I feel like KD misses his boat to be culturally relevant.
Like still to this day.
Yeah, because he can be.
Yeah.
You know, when I got to watch a special on Netflix, Rapture, to find out that a guy who played with you, name is Davies, but I don't know that you and Davies were like this at one point. KD, how are we missing this boat? Like how we really missing this boat? Davies is hot right now. He can help you and you can help him. You know, it's just weird things, and I think a lot of people fuck up too. But
you think I don't think it's in his personality, because I think your natural personality lends to that stuff too. True. And like with KD's personality, one thing I've noticed is just like he could be in the forefront if he was wired differently with that type of stuff. But like everything that he does, including going to the Warriors, because as great as he is,
let me tell you the fuck KD is. KD is Wale. But a hooper. He's Wale, but a basketball player.
Because as great as he is, fam just want to fit in. Fam, like I've been an awkward looking 7-footer with a jump shot all my life, and I I'm not the leader type. So he went to a team where he could say all for one, one for all. And when you need me, then I go in my bag.
You DC niggas are something else.
Something else.
Something else.
Mamba sauce eating motherfuckers.
Something
Go
else.
music listening to. I love DC. Don't get me wrong. Saw a nice little foreign chick down there. But I feel like I've been a little upset when they try to come for house music and mild sauce. But we can get into that at a later date. Now I remember and you said something about life shit you wanted to ask about or something.
So we want to get into that now? You want to say?
Yeah, man, we got 6 minutes.
Yeah.
People
Okay.
need to hit it.
Yeah.
All right. So me and my good friend Dion, we were in between flights on our way back. And we were just talking about life experiences, and I was sitting there giving Dion props on something that I noticed that he did, and I told him, like, with the way he went about it, it required adult level patience. Mm-hmm. And and I start describing it. He's like, "Man, that shit was dope that you said. Like, you need to we need to talk about it on the podcast." Mm-hmm. So really, like, my definition of like adult level patience is like, you have your regular patience where you're patient with your child, you're patient with like
Life.
like little things that has like a certain time limit. Like, I can be patient because I know in 30 minutes it's gonna be done. I know I can be patient with this baby crying because eventually the baby has to stop crying or it'll be dead, or something like that. But like with adult level patience, it's the patience and the maturity to deal with and fight through things that as an adult you can just say fuck it and walk away. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times as adults, we don't have that patience to deal with things like that. And this not even talking about relationships. This could be like your job. This could be like dealing with family members. Mm-hmm. And, these are things that as an adult, as you get, like, it's certain things when you're younger, you like, man, I can't wait till I get older. Like, I ain't got to listen to my mama talk to me like this. We'll move out the crib. Or when I get older, I don't got to take this from anybody. I just leave this job, whatever. Or I just leave this class. I can withdraw from it, whatever. But, like, adult level patience, it requires you to look at yourself, look at your faults, and be like, okay, I see what I did here. I see what needs to happen. I see where I need to talk to the antagonist in the situation, or the other person on the opposite side of the situation, so that we can work through this together when I have the option not to work through this together.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So that's adult level patience. I don't think a lot of people have that, or they may have it in them. They don't know.
They don't exercise.
They don't exercise it.
Yeah, I had to exercise that shit, and recently with my job, because everybody, like, with what I do with my skill set, I could walk away and have a job tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It's just how the chips fell. Mm-hmm. So literally, like, when my job was, giving me a little shit, I definitely thought about it. I was like, nigga, I could walk out this motherfucker and be working on Monday. It was Friday, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because, like, you got to sit down and you got to say, okay, you got to step back. You got to take a look and you say, okay, what role did I play in this? Is it really a smart decision for me to walk away right now? You just got to look at how everything worked. And, it's trying. But I think, once you get in that mode of using it more often, because a lot of them snap decisions, they feel good when you make that shit, like, real quick. Back, like, I shouldn't have did it, And, I'll even point back to one, and I talk about it often. Like, I had a situation going on where I was trying to leave my previous job. And I was interviewing, and it was funny. I actually interviewed with the company that I'm at now. Mm-hmm. And, granted, I didn't get the job, but I still had other offers I could have took. But I said, I'm going to practice this patience until I get the job that I want, not just leave just to leave. And what's crazy, I end up, granted, the way things work, I end up getting laid off, end up getting a severance, where earlier I would have just been leaving for free. Like, what I'm saying? Just based off some feelings that I had, so it was like, interesting, so that way the patience paid off. And I like I said, once we utilize it and pay attention to it, and it works.
With me,
that little chuckle.
That chuckle.
Cause my adult level patience, I feel, is tested a lot because I laugh and joke and I come off, so easy to people. So it's hard. So people feel like it's hard to take me serious, especially at my job, because it's like Morrow, the custodian, can't tell us nothing. You know what I mean? Because that's how they look at it. Because I laugh and joke, they don't think I'm really like smarter than 98% of you motherfuckers. I really say 99, but I'm just trying to get y'all a little break. You know what I mean? So it took. I always thought like this, but I just but it took my old principal to say, Morrow, I don't have, because when everybody got, like, at the end of every year, you get your organization sheet and it tell you your assignment for next year. And mine was blank. And I'm like, damn, it's been fun. You know what I mean? But she pulled me to the side of like, I don't want you working under motherfuckers you smarter than. She's like, I get tired of coming in the classroom seeing stuff going crazy or something. You know what I mean? And it just was like, oh, I totally understand. It motivated me to do so much more. You know what I mean? And I definitely understand that. And like I say, working with certain people, you have to have that adult level patience, because it's like, bruh, are you serious right now? You know what I mean? It's hard working with people. As my grandma used to always say, you have book sense, but no common sense, which makes no sense. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people who work in the CPS school system just have all book sense. They can't adapt to real world situations because they never been in them. You see what I'm saying? And that's a big problem with me too. Something I struggle with. Like, I always say this, and then people look at me crazy when I'm like, segregation should come back into schools. And everybody like, what? No, for what? And I'm like, because we need black teachers teaching our black babies. Like, people don't understand the cultural shock or the cultural difference or whatever cultural words you want to throw in there that these people who are teaching our kids, and it's crazy that a white teacher went on a rant. I shared it on Facebook. She went on a rant about this. Like, she said, you got people who coming in thinking that they're helping, but they're really hurting because they're trying to make up for years and years of, and then they get the asking their. Then she said, I always ask their ass, in your year here, did you think you taught anybody anything? And she said, you would be surprised at how many people said no. And she like, see, so you just fucked up a kid for a year because you didn't get through because you trying to be some kind of white savior. So this is what I deal with, and that's what I have to use my adult patience with more than anything.
I think for me, my adult patience is tried because I'm always the person who takes the high road.
Yes, you are, nigga.
And I think
all the time.
And I think, and I do that as a way to protect people from the inner anger that I used to have a lot. Like, I used to like go off, like, nobody feelings was spared. It was like, fuck you, what you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing about it. Like, deal with it. Fuck you and your mama. Like, that's how I used to come at people. And I matured as I got an adult, and especially as I became a parent. But I think a lot of times in a lot of situations, my adult patience is definitely tested because people take that for granted. And, they try to run, lack of a better phrase, I can't think of nothing better, like run game on me in the sense.
Yes.
And then they do shit and then be like, oh, I didn't know I did that. I didn't know that would upset you. And it's like, yes, you did, because if I would have did the same thing, you would have flew the coop, lost your mind. And so a lot of times, like, people try me and take it for granted because I know the position that I'm in. Like, I'm not a celebrity, but, at this point, I know a lot of people look at me for, like, how I react to certain situations. And I'm not talking about my child or my niece and nephew. I'm just talking adults in general. Like, it's people, it's people who, look at my social media and see, if something pop off, how I'm going to react. And, I take it upon myself to operate in a certain way where no one is going to take me out of my character. Like, a lot of times, like, I'm not the guy, you're not going to catch me, like, posting a lot of sub tweets if me and somebody ended on bad terms. That's just not like my style. even if something gets posted about me. Like, you'll never catch me doing that. Like, and not to say I'm perfect. Like, I'm gonna come back at you. It's gonna be an asshole way. You gonna know about it. But like, it takes patience too when you have certain situations that you're dealing with from your perspective, and then it doesn't work out. It takes a patience to stick to the plan because you know yourself. You know what you need to work on, and you're not gonna flip your plan just because something went wrong.
True.
Especially with other people wanting you to flip your plan, and especially when you know you're not ready for certain things. Mm-hmm. You're not going to rush into certain things, and that takes a level of patience because a lot of times you say, "Fuck it, let's just go ahead and do it," even though you're not ready.
But like you said, not rushing into things. That, as soon as you say not rushing, that automatically equals patience.
Right.
To me, that.
But a lot of times too, man, like people, they feel like there's a shot clock on them, man. Like they have to do something. They have to do something. They have to, jump into things, and you haven't even researched it. You don't even know yourself.
Now that's what makes me mad about people when they tell you what you should be doing and what you should have or what you should have going. I don't need to have none of that. When I see all of that you telling me I need, stresses you out every day.
Stresses you the fuck out.
Like people, you should be married. How's your marriage going?
Child.
You know what I mean? Oh, you should have this kind of car. Oh, how's your car going?
How's the maintenance?
What's your note? What's the APR on your shit? Why your APR 26.86?
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh, you should have had a house. You should have some properties. You got house and properties? But I should have them. You know what I mean? I never understood how people say you should. No, I should be comfortable. Life is all about being comfortable. Being able to move how I want to move whenever I want to move. Mm-hmm. Nothing. Everybody goes around the world with anchors. You weighed down by something else and you put something else on? Like, that's the dumbest shit I ever heard. Man, I hate my job. Oh, you hate your job? So sooner or later, you either go quit or you're going to get fired. Right? So why would you go buy a Lexus truck? Like, you know what I mean? It's just certain shit I don't get. I don't get it at all. Like, hey, I don't know. Maybe sometimes it's like when you think the whole world is crazy, maybe you're the crazy one. You know what I mean? That's how I be feeling sometimes, man. That's and see, these are reasons why I take social media cleanses, where I get off Facebook for 2 weeks, because I just be like, Joe, I'm going fucking crazy looking at all this shit.
That's real. And on that note.
Wait, before we leave, I gotta make an announcement, man. Yeah. I gotta make an announcement, man.
I'm upset.
I didn't listen to none of the singles on the album. I fast forwarded all up. But
you fast forward plans God Plan?
Yes. I had played enough of God Plan to like only hear it once again. I might. But I don't know. I kind of pushed No Foreplay into a situation that Ant is still kind of like shaking his head at. Dion shook once. Ant is continually shaking. But the Goodfellas of the No Foreplay show.
That's because I made a Drake decision. Go ahead.
The Goodfellas of the No Foreplay show will be hosting or co-hosting. Wait, we go wait till they get through shooting this Roman candle.
They may not get through.
They might not get through shooting Roman candle. Okay, I think we got it. Okay, so the Goodfellas of the No Foreplay show will be co-hosting. We'll be co-hosting a pajama jammy jam on August 11th at Thalia Hall. I think I'm saying that right. I don't know. I feel like I got a lift every time I say it. It's gonna be dope though. Y'all come through. We got DJ BG, Playmaker, Sluggo, Sean Mack, and Mile High. You know, we'll probably post a link or something of that nature with this show or something like that. But yeah, we'll be on the lookout for that. We got a lot of stuff coming this summer.
Keep your calendars open for July 28th.
July 28th.
That's all I can tell you for right now.
July 28th, period. Anything else before we leave, Brother Dion?
That's all I got.
All hearts and mind clear.
All hearts and mind clear. Go ahead, Dion. Run that back, that intro. I felt good that we can close out with that. That was on a good note.
No foreplay.
No foreplay.
We out.
We out.